All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these printed principles of design and we're going to put them into our journals. But the first thing we got to do is, it's just two separate pieces of paper. What we're going to do is we're going to make an accordion fold, and this is an example of what it's going to look like. So we're going to fold it into thirds, and we're going to use a tab here. We're using the ATG, and we're going to put it into the journal page so that we can pull it out of the journal this way and use it as reference as we continue on. So the first thing we've got to do is, here's the tab, it's pre-cut. We got the two pieces of paper, they're going to be back to back. We've got to fold these pieces of paper into thirds. All right? So again, it's going to be mounted here. So what we need to do is fold the paper into thirds. So the easiest way to do that is to just kind of group it together, make sure that the sides are still even. All right? And I'm going to lean a little bit more to this side because that's the tab. All right, so you can kind of see on all of these lines there, that's where the folds are going to be. So if I just go like this, I've got a little bit even there. If it hangs off the bottom a little bit, like this is a little bit over, that's okay. Trying to get it as even as I can with where the tab is going to be. And I'm right on that line there. And then I want to just get it a little bit straighter here. All right. So I folded that, and that's going to give me, all right, the trifold. So now what I got to do is I've got to put the tab in between these two pieces. So to do that, I'm going to use the ATG. And if you notice, the ATG is half the size of the tab. All right. So I want to do one at a time. Easiest way to do that is to take your first sheet of paper like this, and again, line up the ATG so that you can see it's a 1/2 inch. All right. Line it up so that's right on the edge of the paper, and then squeeze, pull, and roll. All right. Now, I'm just going to take the tab. Tab's the same size. I'm just going to take the tab so you can see it's half on, and it's just covering the ATG. Line it up on the end. Line it up on this end. Stick it down. All right. So that gives me the first page, and that gives me the tab. I'm going to do the same thing now, but I'm just going to put the ATG right here on the tab instead of on the paper. I'm going to take my other sheet, and I can see the ATG right here. I'm just going to line it up even with paper underneath. Set it down. All right. And that gives me my accordion fold principles of design. From there, all I have to do is on this side, right, if this is the first one on the front, I'm going to put the ATG on the back. ATG here. And then I'm going to stick that in my journal right after the last finished page. So in my journal, I'm going to open up after my quotes, my photo quotes, and after my notes that I took for my elements. I'm going to put ATG here, and I'm just going to stick it down in the journal. You see how it fits in there perfectly? And that gives us a reference. We can pull it out at any given time. And you can see both sides.